Joshua chapter 21. Levitical cities. The heads of the Levite families approached Eleazar, the priest, Joshua, son of Nun, and the heads of families of the other tribes of the Israelites, at Shiloh in the land of Canaan, and said to them, The Lord commanded, through Moses, that cities be given us to dwell in, with pasture lands for our livestock, out of their own heritage. According to the command of the Lord, the Israelites gave the Levites the following cities, with their pasture lands. When the first lot among the Levites fell to the clans of the Kohathites, the descendants of Aaron the priest obtained, by lot from the tribes of Judah, Simeon, and Benjamin, 13 cities. From the clans of the tribe of Ephraim, from the tribe of Dan, and from the half-tribe of Manasseh, the rest of the Kohathites obtained by lot 10 cities. From the clans of the tribe of Issachar, from the tribe of Asher, from the tribe of Naphtali, and from the half-tribe of Manasseh, the Gershonites obtained by lot 13 cities. From the tribes of Reuben, Gad, and Zebulun, the clans of the Merarites obtained 12 cities. These cities with their pasture lands, the Israelites gave by lot to the Levites, as the Lord had commanded through Moses. Cities of the priests. From the tribes of the Judahites and Simeonites they gave the following cities, and assigned them to the descendants of Aaron in the Kohathite clan of the Levites, since the first lot fell to them. First, Kiriath-arba. Arba was the father of Anak, that is, Hebron, in the mountain region of Judah, with the adjacent pasture lands. Although the open country and villages belonging to the city had been given to Caleb, son of Jephunneh, as his holding, thus to the descendants of Aaron the priest were given the city of refuge for homicides at Hebron, with its pasture lands. Also, Libnah with its pasture lands, Jattir with its pasture lands, Eshtemoh with its pasture lands, Halan with its pasture lands, Debir with its pasture lands, and with its pasture lands, Judah with its pasture lands, and Beth Shemesh with its pasture lands. 9 cities from these 2 tribes. From the tribe of Benjamin they obtained Gibeon, with its pasture lands, Geba with its pasture lands, Anathoth with its pasture lands, and Almon with its pasture lands, 4 cities. These cities which with their pasture lands belonged to the priestly descendants of Aaron were 13 in all. Cities of the other Kohathites. The rest of the Kohathite clans among the Levites obtained by lot. From the tribe of Ephraim, 4 cities. They were assigned, with its pasture lands, the city of refuge for homicides at Shechem, in the mountain region of Ephraim. Also Gezer with its pasture lands, Kibzaim with its pasture lands, and Beth-horon with its pasture lands. From the tribe of Dan they obtained Eltek, with its pasture lands, Gibbethon with its pasture lands, Aijalon with its pasture lands, and Gath-rimmon with its pasture lands, 4 cities. From the half-tribe of Manasseh, Taanach with its pasture lands, and Gath-rimmon with its pasture lands, 2 cities. These cities which with their pasture lands belonged to the rest of the Kohathite clans were 10 in all. Cities of the Gershonites. The Gershonite clan of the Levites received from the half-tribe of Manasseh the city of refuge, 4 homicides at Golan in Bashan, with its pasture lands, and also Bethashtarath, with its pasture lands, 2 cities. From the tribe of Issachar, they obtained Kishon with its pasture lands, Debaroth with its pasture lands, Jarmuth with its pasture lands, and En-Ganim with its pasture lands, 4 cities. From the tribe of Asher, Mishal with its pasture lands, Abdon with its pasture lands, Helkath with its pasture lands, and Rehob with its pasture lands, 4 cities. From the tribe of Naphtali, the city of refuge for homicides at Kadesh in Galilee, with its pasture lands. Also Hamath with its pasture lands, and Kartan with its pasture lands, 3 cities. The cities which belong to the Gershonite clans, with their pasture lands, were 13 in all. Cities of the Merarites. The Merarite clans, the last of the Levites, received, from the tribe of Zebulun, Joneam with its pasture lands, Karda with its pasture lands, Dimnah with its pasture lands, and Nahalal with its pasture lands, 4 cities. Also, across the Jordan, from the tribe of Reuben, the city of refuge for homicides, at Bezer with its pasture lands, Hahaz with its pasture lands, Kedemoth with its pasture lands, and Mephaath with its pasture lands, 4 cities. From the tribe of Gad, the city of refuge for homicides, at Ramoth in Gilead with its pasture lands, Mahanaim with its pasture lands, Heshbon with its pasture lands, and Jazer with its pasture lands, 4 cities in all. The cities allotted to the Merarite clans, the last of the Levites, were therefore 12 in all. Thus the total number of cities within the territory of the Israelites which, with their pasture lands, belonged to the Levites, was 48. With each and every one of these cities went the pasture lands round about it. And so the Lord gave Israel the entire land He had sworn to their ancestors He would give them. Once they had taken possession of it, and dwelt in it, the Lord gave them peace on every side, just as He had promised their ancestors. Not one of their enemies could withstand them. The Lord gave all their enemies into their power. Not a single word of the blessing that the Lord had promised to the house of Israel failed. It all came true.